Hey everybody, it's Nicole. Welcome back to the channel, or just welcome if you are new here. Today we are going to be doing something a little different than my usual style. We are going to be doing an unboxing / review video for the Galaxy's Edge Qui Gon Jinn Legacy Lightsaber. So the Legacy Lightsaber did release on October 26th. It wasn't supposed to come until the end of December, and it came much earlier than expected. It was about $159, $169 US, and it released same day as Tales of the Jedi, and alongside a Dooku lightsaber as well. So if this is your first time seeing a Galaxy's Edge lightsaber, they do typically come in this box here, and it comes with a logo depending on whose lightsaber you're getting. Of course, we have the Jedi logo since it is Qui Gon Jinn's, and how you open it is you just push the button and it pops open. And there we have Qui Gon's lightsaber. So I am just gonna put this box back over here to block out like all the sunlight. But boy, we can take out the extremely heavy lightsaber. I did kind of look at this for a little bit already just to kind of have a general idea of what I wanted to say to you guys. I will say right off the bat, this thing is extremely heavy. So just to give you guys like a general quick view at what it looks like, hopefully it's focusing on the lightsaber there. Right off the bat, I'm gonna say I think that this thing is beautiful. Qui-Gon has one of the cleanest looking lightsabers out of all the Jedi, in my opinion. I think that they replicated the design really well. One of the coolest things about his lightsaber are these ridges here. I'm hoping, yeah, you can get a good look at kind of how that looks. They seem to go like halfway or more than halfway through the saber, and it's just like such a cool feature, and they even curve kind of with the hilt. So you have your basic parts of the lightsaber here. We have the emitter up top, and I mean generally I did try to look at Qui-Gon's lightsaber really closely before doing this. This area beneath the emitter is a little bit thicker than it's supposed to be, but they do that so that you can fit the blade of the lightsaber in, because as you see it does kind of have to go in like a decent amount, so they do kind of sacrifice that thinner look to it just so that you can have the feature with the lightsaber. But it's not actually as drastic as other ones I've seen, so I think that that's still a pretty good look. Again, the grip is super cool with all of these ridges. It feels really nice. It has like the stainless steel look on one side, just metal on the rest. There's the activation switch, which is quite touchy. That can either be a good thing or a bad thing. I would say it's bad if you're wanting to kind of play around with this and have maneuverability, because you will knock into it a lot and maybe turn it on and off. But as I did mention before, this is a really heavy lightsaber, and the good thing is most people tend to just have these as display pieces. But as a dueling saber, if you do that with these, not ideal. Not the same as like Vader's lightsaber, which I think is one of the best looking Galaxy's Edge lightsabers. Seriously clean design. It's about like almost half the weight of this one. It's seriously heavy. And compared to like the custom ones from Savvy's workshop, still significantly heavier than the custom ones. So moving down the lightsaber, there's also this belt clip here, which you can buy like the piece to hang it from your belt from Galaxy's Edge. And at the bottom is the pommel, which honestly, I think this feature right here is the reason for the weight in the lightsaber. Most lightsabers from Galaxy's Edge do come with a removable battery. Looks like this. I think the reason they didn't use it is because they wanted to have this ridge feature, and as you can see, it would absolutely take up the space for that, which is probably why they didn't do it. I don't know how I feel about having a rechargeable battery for these sabers. It seems a little bit like an unreliable feature in my opinion. You can't remove it, it's just kind of stuck in there, so it's not something that you can replace. And you can see it does come with a little mini USB port. You do get the charger, it's on the inside of this box here. I already opened it up, it's just this tiny cord. And it plugs into the lightsaber fine. But again, I just don't think that it's a feature I really like. And I think the sacrifice was made again just in order to have the aesthetic and the correct look for Qui-Gon's lightsaber. However, Galaxy's Edge Disney lightsabers do sort of have the unfortunate reputation to kind of have battery issues, break down, just kind of stop igniting. So not being able to replace the batteries inside, it's not ideal. We're just gonna have to see along the line how that goes for people. So the lightsaber does come with a blade plug. You just pull it out of the emitter in order to put the blade itself in, which you do have to buy separately for a hefty price. I also really dislike, that's kind of a nice sound. I also really dislike the size of these blades. I'm 5'6", I'm not a short girl, and these, for maneuverability purposes, they're just way too long. You can buy a shorter blade at Galaxy's Edge, but the most appropriate size for most people I've found is the medium-sized blade, which you can only get if you make a custom lightsaber at Savvy's workshop. I don't really know why that is, but anyway, let's just go ahead and listen to the sound. I'm very interested to hear what you guys think about it. I'll just give you a second to listen. So it does come with blade hit, which I find doesn't really work most of the time. That's just kind of how these lightsabers from Galaxy's Edge are. As for smooth swing, a little bit of a delayed reaction. Honestly, my biggest problem with this lightsaber though is the sound. So I did give Qui Gon's lightsaber like a really good listen. I listened to the films, I listened to the NeoPixel audio, and I think that this audio is just a little bit too pulsy and exaggerated. It's like, it sounds like the same audio on loop every second and a half. And it should be slower, should be less exaggerated. It's a little bit smoother. It's not a very good audio, to be honest with you, and I'm actually really disappointed in it. And to show you that it's not just like an overall quality issue, I will put in this blade into Vader's. So it does have the same sort of issues with smooth swing. It might be a little better with blade hit. I'm sure it's not that different. But listen to this audio. It's just much smoother. I think that generally Qui-Gon's is just way too repetitive and exaggerated again. It should be smoother, much like Vader's is. But that is basically it for Qui-Gon's saber. I really did just want to give you guys like an overview, show you what it looks like. Maybe have your opinions on the sound. I think they did a really poor job with that. However, as for the aesthetic, it's like a 10 out of 10 as a display piece. This is amazing. I don't think thickness is a problem. This seems to be about the right size. Maybe slightly on the thicker side. It could be a little thinner, but I honestly don't really have a problem with that. The issue is really the weight if you're wanting to use it to duel or just sort of do any lightsaber tricks with. But let me know what you think about this lightsaber. I hope that you're really excited about it. Again, most people use it as a display piece anyway, and for that purpose, I think it's perfect. If those are your needs, then I guess sacrificing that battery port for the USB was the way to go, because you do get those ridges, which is much more accurate. I do also have Dooku's lightsaber on the way, so if that does arrive soon, maybe I'll do another unboxing review video on that. If you would like me to do so, please don't forget to hit that like button to show me that you're interested. Subscribe down below if you haven't already. I like to talk about Star Wars on this channel. I do a lot of LEGO reviews, but I am expanding into a more broad Star Wars avenue here. That being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you next time.